abundant. You're in a winter season when the darkness comes earlier than you expected in the day. It's dark when it used to be plenty of light. You're in the winter. There are no leaves on the tree, no fruit on the trees. In the wintertime, animals hibernate, things go dormant. Winter has a way of slowing things down. While the trees are dormant, I was reading, they'll talk about farmers when their apple trees are in the wintertime, they prune the apple trees. Limbs are sawed off and clipped to allow the maximum sunlight into the growing structure. Pruning allows for the tree to produce larger and better color and higher quality and more valuable fruit. The season of winter, they've got to prune, cut back a little bit. Winter is a downtime for nature. And beloved, when you're in a winter season, you got to know that you got to slow down. Animals and plants make it through the winter by living off of their reserve. And in order for them to make it through, they have to slow down. And see, beloved, when you're in a winter time, when you're going through that downtime, that season of loss, that season of restructuring, you cannot go at the same pace you were going in another season. So your winter is a time for you to rest. Winter comes and the animals and nature respond accordingly. And so, beloved, when winter comes in our lives, you've got to learn how to slow down. If you go too fast in your winter season, you'll burn out your reserve and not have enough to make it through the winter season. And you don't want to use up your reserve in the winter because provision is always hard to come by in the winter. Have you ever noticed how a snowstorm forces you to be more careful? How a snowstorm forces you to stay in your house? You can drive in the rain, but snow and ice can prevent you from moving forward or moving safely. It's always best to stay put in a storm. And hopefully you got enough bread and enough milk when the storm comes, because you try to run out in the midst of the storm, you may not be able to get to the store in time to get what you need. And see, in our lives, we got to understand, we've got to have reserve for the winter. Come on now. That's why before winter comes in your life, you got to store up some peace and store up some joy. You got to be ready for a winter season, because a winter season is going to come. And when the winter season comes, everything is forced to slow down. Winter is a time when you have to make preparations for the future. Winter is a time for dreaming and planting. Winter is not a time to focus on our losses so much as it is a time to fix our eyes on what we need to accomplish. See, winter season, when you go through that winter season when things die out, people die out, friends die out, relationships die out, careers end. That's a winter season. You're not sure what you got to do. And in that season, you got to have something that can carry you through it. See, too many folk get caught in a winter season, not expecting winter to come, not expecting that dry moment, not expecting that dead moment, not expecting that cold moment, that chill to come in, and they get caught off guard. They spend up their reserves, they get slowed down. You got to know when winter comes, it's a time to slow down. All right. Time to start thinking and dreaming and planning, preparing for the next season. See, many of us go through a winter moment in our lives of pain and bitterness and difficulty when someone hurt us or something happened or we lost something. And what happens is we go through this winter and we hang on. We don't realize that the winter is just for a season. All right. See, you got to understand that your winter is just for a season. It's going to have a beginning and an end. See, you don't want to bring the pain of your winter into the spring of your life. Let me say that again. You don't want to bring the pain of your winter season into the spring of your life. I know a whole lot of people who are physically in the spring of their life, but mentally still in winter. They're trapped in the cold, stuck in the storm, frozen in the ice. You're still wearing a big fur coat and it's 70 degrees outside.